His Excellency and President, First Secretary of Zanu PF, and his team to take seats. Your Excellency. Comrades, can you please remain standing and remove your heads? Remove your heads as we now take to the national anthem. National anthem, please, those who are responsible. The national anthem, please. We now have a prayer.
Our Father, thank you for this great gathering, the Extraordinary Congress, a valuable asset to the nation. And we thank you for
bangafuna ukubambala abanye basi lezizo mngashungana. Comrades, we did recognize you all before His Excellency came. Your Excellency, we have started a bit late due to circumstances beyond your control, and now that time is not on our side, we shall request, according to the program, some very brief entertainment. Just one piece. Brief entertainment. Just one piece. Please take your seats and no movement except for the ushers. Your Excellency, Comrade President and First Secretary of Zanu PF, Comrade Edim Nangagwa, and First Lady, distinguished delegates, it now gives me pleasure to call upon the Acting Secretary for Administration, Comrade Dr. Obet Nkofu, to lead the convocation and announce the team set up for the management of this extraordinary Congress. Comrade Nkofu.
The interim president
and First Secretary of Zanu PF, Comrade Emerson Dambuto Nagagwa and Amai Nagagwa. I cannot address myself because I want at least the President of the Senate, Comrade Amai Matombe, the Speaker of the House of Assembly, Advocate J.F. Mugenda, members of the Politburo, members of the Central Committee, all veterans, members of the National Constituent Assembly, members of the Diplomatic Corps, members of the Chief Council, Service, members of the Solidarity Groups here present, comrade delegates, ladies and gentlemen, comrades and friends, and all protocols observed. Your Excellency the President, in terms of Article 5, Section 26(1)(c) of our Constitution, the President and First Secretary of RPF, Comrades Emerson Dambuto Nagagwa, is pleased to convene an extraordinary session of Congress at Robert Mugabe Square, here in Harare, from the 12th to the 16th of states that the extraordinary session of Congress shall deliberate only on those matters for which it has been specifically convened, as may be approved and adopted by this session. The purpose of the extraordinary Congress is A, to receive and consider the Central Committee report. B, to ratify resolutions of the special session of the Central Committee meeting held on the 19th November 2017. C, to ratify the appointment of His Excellency, the President and the First Secretary of Zambia, Comrade E.G. Nagagwa, as the President and First Secretary of Zambia. D, to adopt the resolution nominating His Excellency, the President and First Secretary of Zambia, presidential candidate of the party for the 2018 harmonized general elections. Now, therefore, in terms of this resolution, I declare that the extraordinary Congress is duly convened in terms of Article 5, Section 26(1)(c) and 2 of the party constitution. Here at the Robert Mugabe Square, Harare Province, 12 to 16 December 2017. Your Excellency, in terms of Article 9, Section 47, subsection 2 of our party constitution, the national chairman shall preside over the proceedings of the extraordinary Congress of the National People's Congress. In terms of Article 5, Section 6, which states that there shall be a presidium constituting of the President and the First Secretary, 2 Vice Presidents and Second Secretaries, and the National Chairperson, who shall preside over proceedings of Congress as directed by His Excellency, the President and State Secretary of the party. Now, therefore, Comrade President and President of the party, I do hereby request you to appoint Politburo members who will assist you to manage the proceedings of this extraordinary Congress. And I've already been directed by His Excellency that he will be assisted by the Secretary of Political Affairs, Comrade Patrick Chimamasa, and myself, the Secretary for Administration. I submit to Your Excellency. Thank you very much. Let us give a round of applause to Comrade Dr. Robert Mbofu for his conveyed to you as delegates. And
excluding salutes and warmly welcomes you. Comrade marking the dawn of a new era under Your Excellency's leadership, Comrade Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa. We welcome members of the Politburo, Central Committee, and Provincial Coordinating Committees in a special way because the former Vice President, now His Excellency, these is nominee to complete his now former President's term of office, and further that Comrade Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa be the party's presidential candidate for the 2018 harmonized election. And with his team assembled for the revolutionary duty, Comrade moved the motion for the national president. The former president finally realized that he was not right when he was Reverend Shiva would see. Uh, 2017. This is why we are so delighted, we are so excited to be here. To be here for Harare Province, Tirikuti, we support the position, the resolutions of the Central Committee that His Excellency the President be declared the President and First Secretary of the party, and that he be nominated the presidential candidate in the forthcoming harmonized elections. So, Your Excellency, Harare Metropolitan Province, Irikuti, Tonga, Murambui, Shumba Echirumanzu, Murambe Muchitonga, Muchitonga, Muchingo Tonga. I thank you, Your Excellency. You are welcome.
Silence, please. I want to thank the chairman of Zanu PF, Harare Province, for his lengthy address. Please, may I remind the speakers I'll call next that we are only welcome remarks, because time is not on our side. Today, Excellency the President and First Secretary of the party, Comrade Mnangagwa. So let us limit ourselves to welcoming remarks. Your Excellency and First Secretary of Zanu PF, Comrade Mnangagwa. It is now my pleasure to invite Comrade M. Chikukwa to give a welcome message. May I repeat, welcome message. She is, of course, the Minister of State for the Harare Metropolitan Province. Comrade Chikukwa, please. Salutations we all know get straight to the issue of welcoming.
Pamberne Zanu PF, Pamberina President Wedu, His Excellent Comrade Emerson Mnangagwa, Pasne Mandu. Your Excellency, on behalf of the people of Harare Metropolitan Province, and indeed my own behalf, I would like to warmly welcome you and Your Excellency, Amai Auxilia Mnangagwa, as well as all the delegates to this extraordinary Zanu PF Congress in our province. My province is indeed honored and privileged to be hosting this landmark event in the history of our Revolutionary Party as it comes on the backdrop.
Comrades, Harare Province, let us have some discipline and order. Discipline and order.
My province is indeed honored and privileged to be hosting this landmark event in the history of our Revolutionary Party as it comes on the backdrop of a watershed that ushered in our new president and first secretary of Zanu PF, His Excellency President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, Comrade E.D. Mnangagwa. Comrades and friends, Harare Metropolitan Province is hosting this extraordinary Congress at a time when all Zimbabweans and indeed the whole world is full of expectations for the economic revival of our country, the jewel of Africa. We are confident that His Excellency, the President, Comrade E.D. Mnangagwa, and his team will certainly meet and surpass all these expectations as they have already hit the ground running, with the general public already witnessing a shift in the work ethic of the entire civil service. It is with this in mind that I foresee landslide victory for our Zanu PF in the forthcoming harmonized 28 elections. Comrades and friends, this extraordinary Zanu PF Congress gives us not only an opportunity to celebrate our new dispensation as our country enters a new dawn, but also to look forward to a brighter future for our country with hope and optimistic. Let us therefore remember the words of Prophet Isaiah in Isaiah 65 verse 17. Remember the words, "Behold, I will create a new heavens and a new earth. The former things will not be remembered, nor will they come to mind." Prophet Isaiah, nokuti tarira ndinosika denga ija nenyika ija, zvinhu zvakare hazvingarangarirwi kani kufungwa nomwoyo. Finally, I hope that all delegates, especially those from outside our province, will enjoy their stay in our province as well as the hospitality of our people during their time with us. Mwari vatitire zvakanaka. Once again, I welcome you. Pambene Zanu PF, Pamberina Baba Wedu, President, Comrade E.D. Mnangagwa, Pasne Mandu. I thank you.
Harare Province, you are the host. You are the host of this extraordinary Congress. And we expect maximum discipline and order from you. You are not helping a situation by behaving in the manner you are doing, particularly in front of His Excellency, the President and First Secretary of our party. Set your souls and please lead by example. Your Excellency, the President and First Secretary of Zanu PF, it is now my added pleasure to invite the Acting Secretary for Administration, Comrade Dr. Obert Mpofu, to present delegates to this extraordinary Congress. Comrade Mpofu, please.
Thank you. Pambile Zanu PF. Pambile Zanu PF. Na President Emerson Mnangagwa. Na President Emerson Mnangagwa. Pans Lavasizondai. Comrades, I've been directed by His Excellency the President, Comrade Emerson Mnangagwa, that he doesn't entertain rowdiness. If people have their own frustrations from their provinces, do those. Show your frustrations there in your province. This is a national congress. It's not a provincial congress. No province will be allowed to hijack a national congress. And it doesn't take kind to what we started to experience. And there is strict disciplinarian. And we want to complete this Congress today in accordance with the program. It is indeed my honor and privilege, colleagues, through you, Your Excellency, to present delegates that have come to this Congress. And in doing so, Excellency, I would want to start with Bulawayo. Bulawayo province, a short song and the slogan, we sit down. Bulawayo province, where are you? Thank you, Bulawayo. Thank you, Bulawayo. From the city of kings and queens. The next is Harare province. Thank you, Harare, thank you.
Pamberne Zanu PF. Na President E.D. Mnangagwa. Pasne Mandu.
Marsh Central. Marsh Central. Thank you, Master Central.
Pamberne Zanu PF.
Pamberi.
Na President vedu Comrade ED Mnangagwa.
Pamberi.
Pamberne kutedza gwerere msangano.
Pamberi.
Pamberne kutedza gwerere msangano. Pasina mandu.
Marsh East. Mashonaland East Province. Thank you, Marsh East. Thank you.
Pamberi ne Zanu PF.
Pamberi.
Pamberi na Comrade ED Mnangagwa.
Pamberi.
Pasne mandu.
That's nice. Marsh West, Marsh Best. Thank you, Marsh West. Thank you.
Pamberi ne Zanu PF.
Pamberi.
Nekubatana. Na President edu Mnangagwa.
Pamberi.
Pasne mandu.
That's now. Manicaland Province. Thank you, Manicaland. Well done.
Pamberne ne Zanu PF.
Pamberi.
Pamberne na President ED Mnangagwa.
Pamberi.
Pasne mandu.
That's now. Masvingo Province. Thank you, Masvingo. Thank you.
Pamberi na Baba Mnangagwa. Pamberi na Baba Mnangagwa. Pamberi ne Zanu PF. Pamberi ne Zanu PF. Pasne mandu.
Matebele North Province. Thank you, Mat North. Thank you, Mat North.
Phambili Zanu PF.
Phambili.
Ubaba Mnangagwa.
Phambili.
Ubaba Mnangagwa.
Phambili.
Phansi le mandu. Phansi le mandu.
Matebele South Province. South Province. Thank you, Mat South. Thank you very much, Mat South.
Pambili pambili Zanu PF.
Pambili.
Panda panda na Zanu PF.
Pambili.
Panda panda na Bomnangagwa. Panda panda na Bubusa Bomnangagwa. Fasinga varengisi.
Midlands province.
Pamberi ne Zanu PF. Ngwena hoye. Ngwena hoye. Pasine mandu. Pasine mandu.
Well done. Thank you, Midlands. Thank you, thank you, thank you. War veterans here present, may you stand up, please? Thank you, war veterans. Well done. Thank you very much.
Zanu PF.
Amen.
Pamberi President Jim Nangagwa.
Amen.
Pasine mandu.
That's nice. War collaborators, please. Thank you very much. Oh yeah. Rasla. Ex-detainees. Thank you, ex-detainees. Thank you. Slowly slogan.
Pambili le Zanu PF. Pambili lo comrade Mnangagwa. Pasine mandu.
Our traditional leaders, we just want to see them. And that will be the end of the delegates that needed to be introduced. Traditional leaders, here present. Let's welcome them. Thank you, traditional leaders. We have among us distinguished foreign guests with their delegations, their delegates, foreign delegates, local invited guests, members of the diplomatic corps, party staff, and government civil servants, senior government officials. You are all welcome, colleagues. Your Excellency, that's the end of my presentation of delegates to you, Your Excellency. Thank you very much. Thank you, Your Excellency.
Pambele Zanu PF. Pambele Zanu PF. Pambele President Gab. Out to Pambele President. Out to President Mnangagwa. Well, comrades, it takes you 37 years, and the president himself, Comrade Mnangagwa, has reminded us all that himself takes the former president as his father, as his mentor, as his comrade in arms, and indeed as his leader. So there is, of course, clarity in the president's mind, President Mnangagwa, that the former president was surrounded by criminals, but himself remains the founder of the nation. So we thank you for that advice, Comrade President. May I now, comrades, say it gives me an opportunity as well to invite this Acting Secretary for Administration, Comrade Obed Mpofu, again to invite His Excellency the President in welcoming delegates. Himself, Secretary for Administration, will proceed to invite the President and First Secretary, Comrade Mnangagwa, to make a keynote address. Comrade Mpofu, please, Dr. Mpofu. I thank you. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thanks.
Family, let's Zanu PF. Let's Zanu PF. Lobabu Mnangagwa. Lobabu Mnangagwa. Pans lesita. Comrades. I once again want to recognize our President and First Secretary of Zanu PF, Comrade Emerson Dambuzo Mnangagwa and Amai Mnangagwa. The Secretary for Legal Affairs, Comrade Chinamasa. The President of the Senate, Amai Mazongwe, the Speaker of the House of Assembly, Advocate J.F. Mudenda, members of the Politburo, members of the Central Committee, war veterans, members of the National Consultative Assembly, members of the Diplomatic Corps, members of the Chiefs Council, service chiefs, members of the solidarity groups here present, distinguished members of the Diplomatic Corps who I've already alluded to, delegates, ladies and gentlemen, comrades and friends, and all protocols observed. Your Excellency and distinguished delegates, I am exceedingly humbled to stand before you on the occasion of this historic extraordinary Congress of our Revolutionary Party. Our coming together today is indeed extraordinary, as it marks very important milestones that the Revolutionary Vanguard Party, Zanu-PF, has taken amid serious threats of disintegration. Your Excellency, to this end, it is a great honor and privilege for me to heartily welcome all the delegates at this very important gathering. We thank you for your esteemed presence. We are all quite aware, Your Excellency, that since our last conference held in Masvingo 2016, regrettable events, some of them very unpleasant, have taken place in the political life of our country, and more specifically, our Revolutionary Party, Zanu-PF. Never before did we ever think that the party would devour its own sons and daughters. But as fate would have it, recent events saw the party embarking on an extensive drive of self-destruction and discarding all etiquettes and morals. Zanu-PF meetings and gatherings were no longer predictable. Previously known as forums of preaching love, peace and tolerance, goodness, truth, within the rank and file, those in leadership, veterans of the arduous and protracted liberation struggle became victims of routine compounded denigration that knew no limits. Surely, how can one easily explain the embarrassment, humiliation, and belittling and vile utterances that visited the then Second Secretary of the ruling party and Vice President of Zimbabwe at almost every gathering? Illegal expulsions, not sanctioned under the party constitution, became an everyday occurrence. Whereas Article 10 of Section 77 of the Zanu-PF Constitution clearly states that for the avoidance of doubt, only the National Central Committee shall have the power to expel a member of the party. Being wantonly abused. Malicious people, political turncoats, fraudsters, pawns, had arrogated themselves the right that is how the former president, Comrade R.G. Mugabe, had apparently lost control, as the legendary poet William Butler Yeats would put it. The falcon could no longer hear the falconer. The center was no longer holding, and things were falling apart. Indeed, mere anarchy had been loosed up upon the party, and in these said developments, what were genuine party members and affiliates expected to do? Was it appropriate to the ostrich habit of burying its head in the sand when faced with attack by predators? Or merely sitting back, folding one's hands, and allowing chaos to reign whilst pretending that everything was normal? What was the feeling of the nation's defenders, the veterans of the liberation struggle in the Zimbabwe Defense Forces, who on a day-to-day basis stand in the harm's way in defense of the nation's territorial integrity. Dear distinguished delegates and colleagues, these became the issues of concern. Growing up in the revolution, bearing the brutal pain of the revolution and protracted struggle, expanding one's prime life for the cause of freedom, sharing the hostile environment with wildlife and lives, being exposed to harsh vagaries of weather was no mean sacrifice. It can be likened to the pain borne by mothers at birth. And to see outsiders, the greenhorns, the Johnny-come letters, seek to annihilate the party was a thorn in the flesh to many party vanguards and adherents. I am confident, Your Excellency, that most of us were touched by these sad events that were taking place right under our watch. In Zanu-PF, if Zanu-PF was allowed to disintegrate in the hands of the few, what would be the legacy of the former head of state, Comrade Mugabe? Thankfully, God always has a way of saving his people. Like the biblical Joshua, whom God raised in order to usher the children of Israel to the promised land of Canaan, form of joy. Operation was planned and undertaken to rid had been said to point out that Comrade E.D. Mnangagwa is one of our own. One of the soil. His life bears the hallmarks and deep scars of the liberation of our to the struggle against colonialism and its attendant evils. Family man, an attentive listener, man of round productive farmer who leads by example at all times. He is an inspiration of hope and confidence among his fellow countrymen and women, and a renowned team player. It is also my fervent prayer that those of us who are in his team will not hold the ball. While most would like to call him Ngwenya, which possibly points to his alertness, his discernment of diverse situations, he remains as soft and as tender as an African mother's love. Delegates and colleagues, time is a finite resource. Help me, delegates, comrades, the President of the Republic of the Thank you. The First Lady, Comrade Comrade Mai Auxilia Mnangagwa. Members of the Politburo, members of the Central Committee, members of the National Consultative Assembly, war veterans, detainees, ex-restrictees, and all collaborators, traditional leaders, ministers and deputy ministers here present, service chiefs led by General Constantine Wenga, senior government officials, representatives of sister liberation movements here present, members of the diplomatic corps, representatives of business, students, women and youth organizations present, Congress delegates, invited guests, the media, leaders of various religious organizations who are here, ladies and gentlemen, comrades and friends. I am humbled and indeed honored to greet you and welcome you all to this extraordinary Congress of our party, the Zimbabwe African National Union Patriotic Front. In welcoming you all, may I recognize in a very special way those comrades representing Sister Liberation issues. You are most welcome, and rest assured that you are among comrades. Article 3, subsection 1, states the party shall have the duty to, 1, duty, 1, to be loyal, to observe and abide by the principles of the party. To strengthen, promote, and defend the party and popularize its policies among the people. 5, to conduct himself, herself, honestly and honorably in his or her dealings. Or ridicule. And 6, to pay regular subscriptions. Unquote. To this end, the spirit and letter of this Constitution must guide not only today as we deliberate on the agenda of this extraordinary Congress, but all our party interactions at every level. Comrades, today I address you as a newly draped President and First Secretary of Zanu PF, subject, of course, to the ratification by this august gathering of the resolution of the extraordinary session of the Central Committee held on 19th November 2017, which appointed me to the helm of our party. I feel the full weight of this new role, which is made lighter, however, by the wealth of experience and systems synthesized into clear rules, procedures, and traditions we have built together as a party over the years. I heartily pay tribute to comrades who have served in different leadership positions at various stages of our revolution, pre- and post-independence. Join me as I salute luminaries of our great nation, the late comrades Herbert Chitepo, Leopold Tafumane Takawira, Josiah Magamatongogara, Jason Ziapapa Moyo, Nikita Alfred Mangena, Simon Vengesai Mzenda, and the father of Zimbabwe, Joshua Nkabuko Nkomo, and many others. I equally pay homage to my predecessor and immediate past president of our party, Comrade Robert Gabriel Mugabe, who steered the ship of our party and its government until I assumed the reins a few weeks ago. Today, the burden to carry on from where the forebearers left remains real, and responsibilities to discharge it is ours collectively together as a united party, ZANU-PF, subject to the constitutional procedures of this extraordinary Congress as aforementioned. I'm humbled by the faith you have shown in me, and I pledge to live up to your expectations. ZANU-PF is a great party. So too is its history and its mission, as it entered into a covenant with the people of Zimbabwe. One underwritten with sacred blood of heroes, some of whom died while others live with the frightening bodily marks and visible injuries of trauma from a protracted war of liberation. This fact of ZANU-PF's special status and standing as the party of national liberation makes it a national heritage and a courier of a national legacy, and above all, a definer of our country's future. Thus, ZANU-PF, as the governing party, makes and requires it to be a national home for all our people, all our citizens. This country is our home. This is what ZANU-PF says to every citizen. It must also be an instrument available for a national purpose and a destiny. ZANU-PF can therefore not exclude, divide, or fragment, nor be allowed to sag or succumb for lack of foresighted leadership. To this end, our party must be an instrument for the realization of the collective dreams of our nation and its people. It must take bold positions on matters of national interest, importance, and conscience. That is our duty and responsibility as a party of national liberation, which wields power responsibly and which runs the government of our great nation with responsibility. Dear delegates, democracy, equality, and the rule and respect of the law and the Constitution runs through the very blood and genetic makeup of our party, predating independence. In this regard, we must always encourage and instill intra-party democracy at all levels. Party structures from the cell, village levels, right up to the Central Committee, must be platforms in which the membership discusses freely, without fear or favor, matters of concern. Matters concerning the party as well as developmental issues which affect our communities and the nation at large. Equally, elections at all levels of the party must be undertaken as guided by the rules and regulations of the party, free from chicanery, free from manipulation, and free from favoritism. In the same vein, democracy bids that as a political party, ZANU-PF must always compete for office through pitting itself against opposition parties in elections which must be credible, free, fair, and transparent. Our party constitution in Article 2, Section 9, indeed obligates the party, and I quote, to create conditions for the establishment of a democratic, political, and social order which guarantees in perpetuity that the government of the state shall be answerable to the people through periodic, free and fair elections based on universal adult suffrage, end of quote. This we will continue to do as we have since independence. And I have already announced that the 2018 harmonized general elections will be held as scheduled. In planning and conducting these elections, our position as the ruling party demands that we carry the nation we liberated, securing all who live within its borders, upholding the national constitution, laws and values, as well as defending and safeguarding our country's sovereignty. Above all, we must ensure peace over our land, towards whose nurturing and preservation we must spare no effort. We who are called upon to lead ZANU-PF, and because of that privilege, our nation must remember this at all times, that we are servants of the people. We must vow to observe the rule of law, to live and to govern in accordance with its tenets, with the tenets of our struggle. For failure to do so will undoubtedly result in damnation from the party, whatever our rank or level. Comrade delegates, the party constitution in Article 5, Section 26 provides that an extraordinary Congress may be convened as guided by the subsections thereunder. Over and above meeting the party's constitutional requirements, this extraordinary Congress convenes against a backdrop of events and developments of the past few weeks, which have become known as Operation Restore Legacy. These events were both dramatic and epochal for our party and our nation. Millions of Zimbabweans, young and old, urban and rural, wide-eyed, children and battle-hardened war veterans came together to make themselves heard and to call for a shift in the direction of this country. As a result of that, a new era, a prosperous future for our people is in the making. I would like to salute the commander of the Zimbabwe Defense Forces, General Dr. Constantino Nikadzino Gouveia Chiwenga, and all the members of the Zimbabwe Defense Forces for standing shoulder to shoulder with their fellow Zimbabweans and for putting the peace and stability of Zimbabwe first. I would also like to extend my deepest appreciation to the war veterans who stood strong in the face of threats and at times personal persecution as they fought for our glorious nation and its heritage. I equally commend the party's provincial leadership throughout the country and the Central Committee, as well as the party members of Parliament who were decisive in their resolve to bring to completion the fulfillment of the desires of the people of the Republic of Zimbabwe, which was achieved within the confines of our party's ZANU-PF and the national constitution respectively, and resulted in my ending exile. Through the actions of all involved, our constitutional and democratic order was respected and upheld. Humanity glowed and shone, thereby ensuring that no single life was lost. As a direct result of your action and cooperation, it was the voice of the people, the voice of the nation, with all its various institutions, which was decisive and which convinced and astonished the world that what was at issue was a national question, and that the question would be resolved internally without outside help. We showed remarkable capacity of resolving conflict in an amicable way and of speedily resetting society back to normalcy on our own terms and in our own way. Indeed, the people of Zimbabwe demonstrated that they are united by its flag, its national anthem, its history, and its future. This should be a matter of pride for our party and for all Zimbabweans. The voice of the people is the voice of God. Operation Restore Legacy was about our nation, its past, its present, and most of all, its future, which had indeed become threatened by the cabal of G40. It was about securing a future for our current and future generations. Furthermore, it was about rescuing, restoring, and reasserting the founding ideals, the founding values, the founding principles and traditions of our national liberation struggle as espoused by our party ZANU-PF throughout our armed struggle. The traditions and values that we held and still hold so dear stood imperiled by a cabal of counter-revolutionaries, upstarts, who, willful-like, and over time had borrowed deep into the pith of our party and its structures, in the process compromising its leadership. It had destabilized the party, causing absolute divisions and disquiet in the nation, which sat on edge. The party ideology, rules and protocols were being desecrated daily, or simply being brushed aside at will. Party structures were overrun, while elected office bearers were summarily suspended and dismissed at the speeds of caprice and vaunting ambition. Corrupt activities and the corrupt individuals were daily sanitized, while millions were being stolen and stashed outside the country. The economy bled from repeated rampant smuggling. The country was violated with impunity. Disaffection was building, especially from among the youths who were seeing their hopes of a bright future slipping away. Veterans who had sacrificed for the liberation of this country were not just being reviled, they were being abused and incarcerated on flimsy pretexts. Party events were manipulatively re-engineered to contrive a show of popularity and unanimity. Party mobilization was reduced to coercion. Interface rallies. We all believed it was an exercise for the mobilization of the party. No, it wasn't. It was an agenda. It was an agenda. The 9th interface ended with me being required or like a snake which must be crushed by the head, by persons with very little history in the liberation of this country. These party rallies became expensively choreographed pseudo-events dominated by a roving core group which used different venues in order to create a misleading illusion of populism which belied the bitter discontent which simmered beneath, threatened to boil over. This is what I now remember in 2015 in Masingo province when they said, "Kumagumo kunenyaya." Indeed, kumagumo kunenyaya. Clearly, this was no longer ZANU-PF you and I had pledged our membership and loyalty to. Thus, we all watched in dismay as the party that won this nation's independence and achieved so much development, having its founding values supplanted. The ZANU-PF I believe in is a progressive, forward-thinking party that exists to serve the Zimbabwean people. It is a party that has a proud history and a bold vision for the future. It is a party that offers hope and opportunities to women and the youths, as well as the marginalized and disadvantaged persons among us. ZANU-PF is without doubt a party that represents each and every Zimbabwean, irrespective of tribe, race, gender, age, social standing, or economic class. Let us draw lessons from all that has happened. We must vehemently defend to the hilt the party values, culture, and traditions. Revolutions do get infiltrated and corrupted. And once corrupted, they degenerate and they lose direction. We must never lower our guard again, and they must arrest any negative tendencies that creep into the party before they take hold, corrupt, and alienate us. The responsibility to defend and protect our constitution and is squarely on each and every cadre of the party. Let us remain genuine cadres and not retain careerists who, legend-like, fasten on party structures, programs, and personalities, or gain enrichment. Moving into the future, I exhort us all to be disciplined, and in many ways reinvent our politics in ways that harken back to wartime templates and practices which won us the trust and the confidence of our people, which won us a war in 1980, and helped us to repeatedly win elections since then, and renewing our mandate and the covenant with the people of Zimbabwe again and again, again and again. And this must continue again and again. We must now, all of us, return to source in order to repair the party and regain the trust of the people who have for long been poisoned by misdeeds and excesses of the counter-revolutionaries who had infiltrated our party rank and file. In this regard, war veterans have a big role to play. They are not expendable. Their value far exceeds the numerical value of their vote. We should give them a pride of place, appreciating the sacrifices they made in the past, valuing their current role in socializing the youth on the party norms and ethos as we chart a course for the future, well embedded in the stem foundations of our past. I thus urge the party to manage intergenerational transitions so the spirit of the struggle is retained and passed on as a living tissue. We must therefore strive to offer a positive, progressive vision for the future which tallies with the hopes and dreams of us all. In this regard, we should not be a party of the past. We must also be a party for the future, a party for prosperity, and a party for posterity. Let us all be alive to the fact that successful parties constantly renew themselves, speaking to women, speaking to the youths, and the disadvantaged. Equally, it is essential to constantly engage with all stakeholders across the social, economic, and political spectrum, and indeed across borders, to make ourselves responsive and relevant. Comrades, there is therefore urgent need for training interventions to realign, refocus, and recalibrate our membership at all levels countrywide to align with this new impetus. Party work must not be in the old mold of looking at ZANU-PF as being about politics, and the politics only. Now we must be about politics and economics. After all, the best politics emerge from the marketplace where livelihoods are made.
confident that the reconstructed Department of Commissariat, together with departments, will be up to task in this new era of our party. Comrade delegates, I urge the party to introspect and self-adjust in conformity with the principles and genesis of ZANU-PF. In this regard, Article 2 of our party's constitution outlines the aims and objectives of our party as inter alia being to oppose resolutely tribalism, regionalism, nepotism, corruption, racism, religious fanaticism, xenophobia, and related intolerance, discrimination on grounds of sex, and all forms of exploitation of men by men in Zimbabwe. In line with this instruction, therefore, my ascendance to the helm of the party must never be interpreted as a defeat of one faction and installation of another. My presence should not be perceived as a rise in the fortunes of a region or a tribe or a totem. No. My presence is about a united ZANU-PF, a national party with a national outlook. I stand before you, therefore, as the president of a united, non-racial Zimbabwe, itself home to many tongues, dialects, cultures, colors, age groups. I am the physical, rich and the poor, the well and the sick. I am an emissary of all the veterans and the heroes. I am an emissary of all the veterans and the heroes, dead or alive, who through their blood caged the cause and the mission which my president must actualize and act. I am a president of all Kalanga, Nambians, and other races, all who are celebrated in our national constitution. The role you have given me and the office you have inserted me into can never be partitioned to anyone. The praise song I desire, if you were to sing one, is that of our national anthem and those from the liberation struggle. Not singing myself, no. If you sing those, the national anthem of no songs, then me and you are together. Me and you become content, and I'll be overjoyed. As a leadership, the party gathered in this session, let's commit to unite the party membership. We must be unwavering, consistent, and persistent. I urge us all to unflinchingly toe the party line as guided by our party constitution. In discipline, corruption, desecration of the values Ubuntu UNU must never, never again find place in our party. Ndiro gwara msangano, ndiro gwara ZANU-PF. This Congress must define a new trajectory
for our party and our country. Let us reassert discipline, order and harmony in the party, and put behind us victimization and witch hunting of the past. We must thus embrace each other and the world, forging better relations with other peoples and other nations. We must thus take pride in our abilities and resources, guarding ourselves from being opinionated to the extent of not knowing that we need and benefit from mutually beneficial partnerships with the rest of the world. The speech I made upon my return from exile on 21 November 2017 at ZANU-PF headquarters, my inauguration speech on 24th November 2017, and the recent 2018 National Budget Statement gave the world a peep into the new era we seek to build. We mean well. We stand as a nation of this world for its promise. We are committed to repair broken relations, desiring to rebuild our economy so it gives jobs to our people, especially the youth, and improves the living standards of all our people. In all this, the party must lead and ensure that government is properly briefed and guided as we assert the supremacy of the party over government. Distinguished delegates, before me is the Central Committee report, which records our activities since our last Congress. The fulfillment of the requirement of our party constitution, which authorizes the committee to report to Congress. It makes decisions all departments. Of $142 on political developments and recommendations, and then changes in the leadership of the party from page 148 to 149. Then it also captures the dismissal of Vice President Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa on the 6th of November when he was fired from the party. It also captured the statement by Commander Defense Forces of the 13th November 2017. Commander Defense Forces CDF General Constantine Chiwenga issued a press statement on Monday, 13th November. The statement is reproduced. On page 53, we reproduce statement by Zimbabwe Defense Forces spokesperson on the 14th of November 2017. which was made by Army Chief of Staff Major General Sibusiso B. Moyo, then the Solidarity March with the war veterans held on 18th November 2017 is also captured. On page 156, special session of the Central Committee held on the 19th November 2017 and the resolutions which arose from that Central Committee meeting. Then on page 159, it captures the ZANU-PF Parliamentary Caucus to impeach Comrade Robert Gabriel Mugabe by Parliament. Then also, lastly but not least, on page 160, commencement of the impeachment proceedings on 21st November 2017, and the President resigns and the impeachment proceedings are aborted on 21st November 2017. All that is captured. Inauguration of Comrade Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa as the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe on 24th November is also captured. I now have the honor and privilege to table this Central Committee report, which I commend to the Central Committee and to the Extraordinary Congress delegates for you to carry home and inform our members of the party in our respective provinces and districts. I so table. I thank you.
Asitoti ururuku matenga Dine mufaro wakawe zikwashe Mundu wese jamayu Mundu wese imayu Iti Jehova Madishita pano
very focused, and indeed very illuminating. Request the speakers to be as brief as possible. Having said that, may I now call upon Comrade Opa Muchinguri Kashiri to give a vote of thanks and move the motion. Wait, please, I'm not finished yet. Comrade Opamuchinguri Kashiri will give a vote of thanks and move the motion to take note of the keynote address by His Excellency, the President and First Secretary of Zanu-PF, Comrade E.D. Mnangagwa. Comrade Kashiri, Muchinguri Kashiri, please.
Ndimai vanogona kutungamira. Madzimai. Ndimai wedu vanogona kutungamirawo. Ava ndimai vanoronga basa. Ava ndimai, avo ndimai vanotungamirawa. Vanogona.
Mberi na president wedu baba wa Mnangagwa. Mberi ne Zanu-PF. Pasi na Joyce Mujuru. Pamusoroi, Your Excellency, the First Secretary of Zanu-PF and President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, Comrades E.D. Mnangagwa and Amai Mnangagwa, our First Lady, Minister of State for Harare Metropolitan Province, Comrade Miriam Chikukwa, honorable members of the War Veterans Association, Wanamjiba Nanachimbido, honorable members of the Politburo, members of the Central Committee, members of the Defense Forces, Women's League, Youth League, members of the Diplomatic Corps, esteemed foreign delegates from sister parties and beyond, fellow comrades and friends of Zanu-PF. Allow me on behalf of all delegates and indeed on my own behalf to express my sincere gratitude to the President and First Secretary of Zanu-PF, Comrade, such a befitting keynote address, this extraordinary Congress. Indeed, your address has charted a new trajectory for our party and country and has reinvigorated Zanu-PF to forge ahead. Your Excellency, with your invaluable guidance and wise counsel, which Zanu-PF will never be the same again, let alone the Zimbabwean nation as a whole. We thank you and are indeed truly grateful for giving us the hope that had been lost again as a united front because of your visionary leadership, sir. fellow comrades, since the 6th National People's Congress held here in 2014, our party experienced painful and negative developments that threatened to destroy the party from within. Some of our members in leadership positions were expelled and some suspended unconstitutionally, as the then Politburo, under the dominant influence of the G40 cabal, usurped the powers of the Central Committee. I take pride in thanking the Zimbabwe Defense Forces, who did not hesitate to implement their constitutional mandate under Operation Restore Legacy. The operation rescued both the party and the country from the capture by the G40 cabal. The operation did not only give room for Zimbabweans to exercise and enjoy their rights and freedoms, but also created space for the Central Committee to hold a special session on the 19th of November 2017, where they reinstated Your Excellency and further elected you as the interim president and first secretary of Zanu PF, pending ratification by this extraordinary Congress. Your Excellency's rise to the helm of the party has given us confidence that there is going to be sanity, unity, organization, and peace in the party. Your wise words that let bygones be bygones have indeed instilled in us the spirit of unity, peace, love, and forgiveness. The same spirit that would help us to rebuild and reorganize our party in a manner that will guarantee Zanu PF resounding victory in the 2018 harmonized elections. Your Excellency, we have no doubt that you are God sent at this time to resurrect the Zimbabwean economy, which has been a sleeping giant for the past 2 decades. The positive developments experienced in the economy after your inauguration, say, attest to the reality that the country is set to witness prosperity never known before. From the day you were sworn in as president of this great nation, the black market, US to bond notes, exchange rate, which was now standing at $1 is to 1.9, dropped down to $1 is to 1.3. Money which had totally disappeared started to reappear to such an extent that some banks are now issuing US dollars. Though the cash squeeze has not yet been conclusively addressed, we see a light at the end of the tunnel because of your astute leadership. Your zero tolerance drive against corruption is a clear manifestation and demonstration of your commitment to rebuild Zimbabwe. Your Excellency, sir, the dedication you have towards the revival of the Zimbabwean economy has also been demonstrated by your decision to cut down government expenditure in all possible areas, as reflected in the recent budget announcement by the Minister of Finance and Economic Development, Comrade Chinamasa. My vote of thanks will not be complete without special mention of the role played by war veterans who were courageous enough to mobilize not only party members, but Zimbabweans at large to march in solidarity on the 18th of November 2017. The demonstrations were done peacefully, which sent a clear message to the whole world that Zimbabweans are peace-loving people. And thank you, Your Excellency, for restoring the dignity of war veterans in your speech. They had become a laughingstock. My appreciation also goes to the party led by the Central Committee, provincial coordinating committees, and district members who facilitated the recalling of former President R.G. Mugabe as the President and First Secretary of ZANU-PF. The process was done constitutionally and peacefully. In conclusion, Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, comrades and friends, at this juncture, I want to thank all the friends of ZANU-PF for your generosity and unwavering support in contributing to make this Congress a success. May this partnership forged over the years continue to grow from strength to strength. Finally, once again, I urge all members to take heed of His Excellency's powerful message that we should desist from factionalism, tribalism, regionalism, nepotism, liberalism, and other isms. As such, the party should go into 2018 elections united Let me take this opportunity to invite delegates to take note of the keynote address delivered by His Excellency, the President and Secretary of ZANU-PF, Comrade E.D. Mnangagwa. Long live President Mnangagwa. Long live Zimbabwe.
Thank you very much. The President and First Secretary of PF, Mnangagwa. We are now moving ahead with our program, and please bear with us in terms of time. We want to finish early so that you can go for your meals. So we are now moving to the issue of solidarity messages. We've got quite a number of solidarity comrades who have come from our sister countries, and I would want to request them to bear with us and do the best they can in the interests of time. The first I want to request to come forward is the African National Congress of South Africa, ANC, and is led by the national chairperson of the ANC, Honorable Baleka Mbete, who is also the Speaker of the South African Parliament. After Comrade Baleka Mbete, it will be Botswana. Get ready, please. Then it will be it will be People's Republic of China, Democratic Progress Party of Malawi, Democratic Party of Equatorial Guinea. Just be ready, all of you. Then, of course, December 12th, Frelimo, DRC, Polisario Front, SWAPO, MPLA. Let us welcome thunderously the arrival of the national person of the ANC, who is also Speaker of the National Assembly, Honorable Waleka Mbete.
The President of Zanu PF, our leader and brother, Comrade Emerson Mnangagwa, and the First Lady, the leadership of Zanu PF, both from national and all over the provinces and districts of Zimbabwe. It is an honor for the African National Congress to be able to deliver a brief message of congratulations as well as wishing you good luck. We want to say that we are very proud of sharing a history of struggle together with the people of Zimbabwe. We are very proud of the lessons that you have shown to the whole world, and that is that war veterans, military personnel remain guided by politics, and that you were able to successfully, peacefully achieve a very, very good transition. And I have listened very carefully to everything that has been said today. And I find no inkling of bitterness or hatred in what you say, even about the predecessor of Comrade Emerson Mnangagwa. I believe that is a sign of political maturity. And I'd like to congratulate you and to say we as the African National Congress have come here to say to you, we are very proud to be associated with Zanu PF and the cadres that are sitting here representing your membership from across the length and breadth of Zimbabwe. We wish you good luck, comrades, and we wish you good luck because at the moment we are still celebrating, and I hope we all go back into the festive mood and have a very good rest, because the hard work will restart in the new year. And it is at that time, comrades, that the challenge begins of your friends sticking with you even in hard times. When people's expectations are very difficult to fulfill because you cannot achieve them overnight. But I think Zanu PF, our comrades, you have shown to the whole world that you are up to the task. And we look up to you to continue to lead us in very exemplary leadership as you have shown us in recent weeks. We would like to say, Amandla! Ngawethu! Thank you, comrades. Tomorrow we will also be getting into our highest decision-making body, having deliberations so we can also factor in the lessons we have all learned into how we renew ourselves, how we agree what to correct, because we continue also to have challenges. But we believe we are up to those challenges like you have shown us. And together we promise you we will move side by side with you into a better future for our people. Thank you very much.
A round of applause indeed to Comrade Baleka Mbete, who is of course representing the ANC of South Africa. I'm sure, Your Excellency, this extraordinary Congress also wishes the ANC a successful elective conference or Congress which begins tomorrow in Johannesburg. Let's wish them all the best as they move into their Congress tomorrow. Next, Your Excellency, allow me to invite the Botswana Democratic Party, represented by a member of the Central Committee, Honorable Lieutenant General Tebogo Kata Masire.
Your Excellency, Comrade Mnangagwa and the First Lady, the leadership of Zanu PF, distinguished delegates, good afternoon. I'm Lieutenant General Tebogo Masire. I'm a member of the Central Committee of the Botswana Democratic Party and former commander of Botswana Defense Forces. I'm excited and feel privileged to be here to join in the celebrations of the Zimbabwe Special Congress. I extend warm greetings from the Botswana Democratic Party and the people of Botswana. And for me personally, having been associated with the Zimbabwean Defense Forces for the past 30 years, the Botswana Democratic Party stands here today in assertion of the long-standing fraternity with the liberation movement of the people of Zimbabwe, Zanu PF. We are honored for the invitation to bear witness to this historic Congress that marks a transition of government by a people committed to the ideals of constitutionality, lawfulness, and nonviolence. We pay special tribute to the founding luminaries of Zanu PF and the Zimbabweans who laid the building blocks and foundations that obstinately withstand persistent economic trials and tribulations. We stand grounded on the firm belief that no challenge may prevail over the will and desire to better conditions for the people of Zimbabwe, and express sincere faith that this Congress will ratify the aspirations of the people of Zimbabwe towards the economic prosperity, longevity, and liberation movement of ZANU-PF. We know that there are some critics who are saying it's the same old faces, but we believe that you cannot change your face, but you can change your mind. The new leadership, the new look ZANU-PF is dedicated and committed to putting Zimbabwe back where it belongs, at the top of the ladder, to be the breadbasket of Africa, to be the economic powerhouse of this continent. Your Excellency, we are convinced in the Botswana Democratic Party that Zimbabwe, under your wise leadership, will deliver to the people of Zimbabwe what they expect. We are cognizant of the fact that this will require very difficult decisions, but we believe that you have already taken difficult decisions, and therefore, going forward, it should be easy. We at the BDP are enthused to see fellow African countries following in voluntary transition of leadership, a practice we have made custom and we undertake at our special congress, which will be held next year. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, once again, let me convey my warmest greetings from the people of Botswana and the Botswana Democratic Party, and wish you and the people of Zimbabwe continued prosperity and freedom. Pamberine ZANU-PF! Viva ZANU-PF! Long live Mwana Mnangagwa! I am sure that after this, we are going to leave this place with a one united, indivisible ZANU-PF. Thank you, sir.
Your Excellency, Comrade President, I now have the pleasure to call upon the representative of the Communist Party of China, Honorable Vice Minister of International Department of the CPC, Ms. Zhu Lingping.
Your Excellency, Mnangagwa, President of ZANU-PF, dear comrades of ZANU-PF, ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, first of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Zhu Lingping. I'm Vice Minister of the International Department of the Central Committee of the Communist Party of China. The Central Committee of CPC delegated me to extend, on behalf of the CPC, our warm congratulations to the newly elected leadership of ZANU-PF and to this extraordinary Congress. And also our sincere greetings and good wishes to all the members of ZANU-PF. The CPC and the ZANU-PF are good friends, partners, and comrades that treat each other sincerely and share each other's will and will. Throughout the time of national liberation to the current era, our two parties always support each other and help each other. Our profound friendship remains unshakable and grows even stronger. By sending me to this Congress, the Central Committee of CPC hoped to demonstrate our firm support to ZANU-PF and the high importance we attach to China-Zimbabwe all-weather friendship. Now, the following, I will read our message of congratulations from the CPC Central Committee. Zimbabwe African National Union Patriotic Front. On the occasion of ZANU-PF Extraordinary Congress, the Central Committee of the Communist Party of China extends to the entire membership of ZANU-PF our warm congratulations. ZANU-PF, with its glorious history of revolution, has led Zimbabwean people in their struggle for national independence. Since the independence of Zimbabwe, ZANU-PF has been committed to safeguarding national sovereignty and independence and actively exploring a development path that suits the national conditions. We are convinced, under the leadership of President Mnangagwa, the Extraordinary Congress will surely have a new milestone on the path of Zimbabwe's national development. The all-weather friendship between China and Zimbabwe has been deep and profound. The CPC and the ZANU-PF are long-tested good comrades, good brothers, and good partners. The past 37 years since the establishment of diplomatic relations between our two countries have witnessed the ever-strengthening mutual support, trust, and exchanges between China and Zimbabwe, which has brought tangible benefit to our two peoples. Not long ago, the 19th National Congress of the Communist Party of China was successfully convened. The Congress believes that China has made huge achievements in the past 5 years. Over the past 5 years, China has contributed more than 30% of global economic growth. More than 60 million people have been lifted out of poverty. Over 65 million jobs opportunities were created, and poverty will be wiped out by the year 2020. The 19th CPC National Congress proclaimed that socialism with Chinese characteristics has entered a new era. China will hold high the banner of peace, development, cooperation, and mutual benefit, and abide by the aim of safeguarding world peace and promoting common development in its foreign policy. China remains firm in its committed to strengthening friendship and cooperation with other countries on the basis of 5 principles of peaceful coexistence and forging a new form of international relations featuring mutual respect, fairness, justice, and win-win cooperation. China calls on the people of all countries to work together to build a community with a shared future for mankind. The CPC stands ready to work with ZANU-PF in steering the development of China-Zimbabwe relations and making even greater contributions to the building of a China-Africa community with a shared future and the progress of the entire humanity. We wish the Extraordinary Congress of ZANU-PF a complete success. Long live the friendship between the CPC and the ZANU-PF. Long live the friendship between the Chinese people and the ZANU-PF people. Central Committee of Communist Party of China. Thank you.
Comrades, I'm told there's so much noise, and the President and Secretary of our party is unable to hear the speakers from here. Can you please be silent? Can you please be silent? Just show some bit of respect. Some bit of respect, please. Be silent. Your Excellency, Comrade President, I now have the pleasure to call upon the Democratic Progressive Party of Malawi, represented by the National Administrative Secretary, Father Francis Mpepo. You are welcome, sir.
Viva ZANU-PF! Viva ZANU-PF! Viva Zimbabwe! Viva Zimbabwe! Morning nonse. Your Excellency, Comrade Nabagwa, and all the members of the committee, and all the ZANU members, on behalf of your brother, Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika, President of Democratic Progressive Party of Malawi, and the people of Malawi would like to extend their congratulations and best wishes for the most successful Congress of ZANU-PF. And they wish you best wishes and success of your country. Thank you very much indeed. Viva ZANU-PF! Viva ZANU-PF! Thank you, comrades.
I want to thank Father Francis Mpepo. His message was short and sweet. We thank you so much, Father Mpepo. The next is the Democratic Party of Equatorial Guinea. Democratic Party of Equatorial Guinea, represented by the Deputy Secretary General, Honorable Ngono Nchama Jesusa Obono.
ZANU-PF, oye! ZANU-PF, oye! ZANU-PF, oye! President Mnangagwa, oye! Monsieur le Président de la République de Zimbabwe et premier secrétaire général du parti politique ZANU-PF de Zimbabwe. Messieurs les membres du comité exécutif et du conseil du parti ZANU-PF, Mesdames et Messieurs les ambassadeurs, chefs de missions diplomatiques et représentants des organisations internationales accréditées à Harare, Mesdames et Messieurs les militantes
et militant du Zanu PIF. Mesdames et messieurs, c'est avec un grand plaisir que je prends la parole devant cette auguste assemblée qui marque la célébration du congrès extraordinaire du Zanu PIF de Zimbabwe. Au nom de son Excellence, le président de la République de la Guinée équatoriale et fondateur du Parti démocratique de la Guinée équatoriale, Obiangema Mbazogo. Aussi, nous voulons exprimer aussi le chaleureux accueil que nous avons eu fait preuve depuis notre arrivée à Zimbabwe. Qu'il me soit permis d'abord, avant toute chose, de m'acquitter de l'honorable devoir de présenter très respectueusement et très chaleureusement au président de la République, son Excellence Emerson Mnangagwa, et au peuple zimbabwéen, les salutations très cordiales et fraternelles de son Excellence Obiangema Mbazogo, président de la République, chef de l'État et du gouvernement, président fondateur du Parti démocratique de Guinée équatoriale. Salutations que je joins directement les miens propres et celles de la délégation qui m'accompagne. Monsieur le Président de la République, chers invités et chers frères et sœurs de Zimbabwe, la République de la Guinée équatoriale et la République de Zimbabwe entretiennent d'excellentes relations d'amitié, de fraternité, de coopération bilatérale et régionale dues au partage d'une même vision politique des deux chefs d'État pour la construction, l'édification et le développement de leurs pays respectifs. Nos deux partis s'emploient aussi solidairement à soutenir activement et efficacement les efforts que les gouvernements de nos deux pays ne cessent de déployer en vue de la consolidation de la démocratie en Afrique. Monsieur le Président de la République, Mesdames et Messieurs, la vision panafricaniste du président Obiangema Mbazogo et la vision du président zimbabwéen a favorisé l'actuel climat de paix internationale, de solidarité, justice et stabilité politique qui règne aujourd'hui dans nos deux pays. Le peuple zimbabwéen vient de faire preuve de la fierté d'une vision panafricaniste et du patriotisme en menant une lutte pour amener une transition sans convulsion et sans couler le sang dans la terre de Zimbabwe. Voilà pourquoi nous voulons féliciter le président Emerson Mnangagwa et au peuple zimbabwéen que grâce il a fait preuve de cet esprit panafricaniste et nous nous réjouissons que le Zimbabwe va trouver la paix qui règne dans notre pays, dans l'espace africain. Mesdames et Messieurs les congressistes, cette preuve qui a fait le président Emerson a démontré à l'Afrique et au monde international qu'un président africain, un peuple africain peuvent gérer eux-mêmes leurs propres problèmes sans demander l'avis des Occidentaux. Mesdames et Messieurs les congressistes, le continent africain doit se mobiliser aujourd'hui pour la lutte contre le colonialisme, le néocolonialisme dans toutes ses formes, le terrorisme et le mercenariat et l'esclavage. Les pays qui ont été colonisés en Afrique veulent introduire, imposer en Afrique un nouveau double modèle de démocratie qu'ils ont fabriqué, modèle qui ne correspond pas à nos cultures ni à nos modèles de vie. Tout simplement pour décider les peuples, pour diviser les peuples africains et affaiblir la solidarité des populations en vue de provoquer des turbulences et des rébellions dont les seuls perdants sont les Africains et les pays occidentaux les gagnants. Étant entendu que dans les pays en conflit, les Occidentaux profitent pour exploiter nos ressources naturelles. Nous avons ainsi l'exemple de la Libye. Non seulement il a suffi la disparition physique de leaders libyens, mais aujourd'hui, ils sont en train de vendre les fils de la Libye comme des moutons. Monsieur le Président de la République, nous voulons rendre un très grand hommage au peuple zimbabwéen pour cette lutte que vous avez fait, de mener une transition sans faire couler le sang dans ce pays, le Zimbabwe. Ça, c'est la fierté de l'Afrique, ça montre la fierté de tous les continents africains. Et ça doit servir d'exemple, non seulement à l'Afrique, sinon à tous les pays du monde, pour faire qu'un président de l'Afrique peut aimer son peuple avant toute chose, comme soi-même. Merci, Monsieur le Président. Nous vous remercions. Zanu PF, oye! Zanu PF, oye! Zanu PF, oye! Le président Emerson, arriba! Merci, Monsieur le Président.
Thank you very much indeed, the representative from the Democratic Party of Equatorial Guinea. Your Excellency, may I now call upon December 12th movement from the United States of America, Sister Viola Plama, Comrade Coltrane Chimurenga,
Ijo! Ijo! Pamberi Zanu PF! Pamberi Zanu PF! Pamberi ED President Managwa! Pashna imperialism! Pashna imperialism! Tatenda. Your Excellency, First Secretary of Zanu PF, President E.D. Managwa, First Lady, my Auxilia Managwa, Zimbabwe Defense Forces, Makoto Koto, war veterans, Makaro Koto. Members of the Central Committee, Makaro Koto. Members of the Political Bureau, Makaro Koto.
Yes!
To all party chairpersons from the 11 provinces, Makaro Koto.
Yes!
Comrades, we, the December 12th movement, no longer look to you as being just our comrades. We have now become family. We have now become one nation of Pan-Africanist revolutionaries who will never ever let Zimbabwe go back again to colonialism. We will never ever let anybody take our country. We will never ever allow any reactionaries to poison the victory of the party, because our legacy is greater than Mount Kilimanjaro. The legacy of Zanu, our guerrillas, our combatants, is something more precious than gold. They are the ones, all of you who are there and were part of that, who gave their lives, who gave their blood, but most importantly, gave their commitment to liberate our great Zimbabwe. So we say to all of you that we came to this extraordinary Congress for 3 reasons. First, we came to celebrate our 30th anniversary because this is our home. This is where we will die. This is where we will work. This is where we will be a part of command agriculture and till the soil and grow vegetables, grow tomatoes, and be back part of the revolution and land reform. We've also came to say to His Excellency, our president, we never recognized the imperialist presidents. Donald Trump is a fool. He's not a president. He's an egomaniac, but he's no different than any other president in America has. We came home because we wanted to make it crystal clear to our comrades, to our brothers and sisters, and to the Zimbabwe revolution that the December 12th movement are first an African people. We have never been Americans. We have never been black Americans. We are now African people who see Zimbabwe as our homeland. So we stand in blood with the Zimbabwe revolution. For us, Operation Legacy is something that any revolutionary that understands the importance of holding on to the revolution was necessary. Whenever you have thieves coming into your house to steal, you have a duty to stop them. Whenever you have political reactionaries who believe they can take Zanu-PF, put it in their pockets, and make it theirs, they must go because they are not principal Zanu-PF. So we say to you, under the leadership of ZDF, the Operation Restore Legacy was not only necessary, it was politically and military strategically brilliant. Strategically, politically, and militarily brilliant. But most importantly, what we must realize is that the people, the Constitution of Zimbabwe was protected. And that was the reason and one of the fundamental goals to make sure no one could steal that Constitution from us. So we applaud. We applaud the action, and we applaud the inauguration of our comrade, our Zanu combatant, our president, our brilliant strategist, President Mnangagwa, because he was also gifted to make sure the revolution was going to be protected. And it is protected. So we say to all of you, we come home, we have a chance to see you all again, but this time we ain't going back. We're going to be with you for a while. We're going to have some sadza, some shibuku, some music, and we're just going to hang out and be Zimbabweans and enjoy the greatest victory in the 21st century, which is Operation Restore Legacy. We love you dearly. We will never vacillate. We will never compromise our principles. Zanu PF is never going to be for sale. Zanu PF belongs to the masses of Zimbabweans. It will always belong because it's a people's party. We are part of that history, 27 years, and we will die with that history with every drop of our blood if necessary. We want to say to all of our comrades, never give up. The struggle continues. The 2018 election of our president, Mnangagwa, victory is certain. Victory is certain. We will be here for the elections. We will be here for the celebrations. And we will be here until there is no more time for us other than to be here until our last breath. Pambere Zanu PF. Pambere Zanu PF. Pambere Mnangagwa President. We love you. We will never turn our backs on you. Our principles are carved in stone. We just want to present to His Excellency a banner for the campaign. And so I'm going to ask the comrades to turn it around so that he can see, and as well as the other brothers and sisters. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Tatenda.
Whatever will be. Oh, Torai Moise. Well, thank you so much indeed. That was the dynamic Coltrane Chimurenga delivering his message so thunderously. Your Excellency, allow me to proceed and call upon Frelimo of Mozambique, led by the member of the Frelimo Central Committee and a former Minister of Defense, Lieutenant General Comrade Tobias Dai. You will have an interpreter from what I understand. You are welcome, Frelimo.
Yes.
Pamberi na Zimbabwe. Pamberi na Comrade President Emerson Mnangagwa. Pamberi na Zanu PF. Pamberi wagariwa ku Zimbabwe. Makorokoto tinotenda. Camarada Emerson Mnangagwa, presidente da Zanu PF, presidente da República de Zimbábue, distintos camaradas, caros delegados, caros convidados, minhas senhoras e meus senhores.
Comrade Emerson Mnangagwa, the president of Zanu PF, and the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, distinct comrades, dear delegates, ladies and gentlemen.
Gostaríamos, em primeiro lugar, de manifestar em nome da Frelimo e do camarada presidente Felipe Jacinto Nhosi a nossa profunda satisfação pelo convite endereçado à Frelimo para participar neste grande momento de festa da Zanu PF, o Congresso Extraordinário que se realiza sob o lema Consolidando Ativos de Zimbábue através da União, Paz e Estabilidade.
We would like, first and foremost, to manifest on behalf of Frelimo and of Comrade Felipe Jacinto Nhosi our profound satisfaction by the invitation sent to Frelimo to participate in this great moment of feast for Zanu PF, the Extraordinary Congress, which is being held under the theme Consolidating Zimbabwe Assets through Unity, Peace and Stability.
De Moçambique, trazemos saudações fraternais e revolucionárias do camarada Felipe Jacinto Nhosi, presidente da Frelimo e presidente da República de Moçambique, dos membros da Comissão Política e de todos os militantes e simpatizantes da Frelimo, aos dirigentes, militantes, simpatizantes e a todos os quadros do partido irmão Zanu PF.
From Mozambique, we bring revolutionary fraternal greetings from Comrade Felipe Jacinto Nhosi, the President of Frelimo and the President of the Republic of Mozambique, from the Political Commission and all the militants and the sympathizers of Frelimo, to the leaders, militant sympathizer, and to all the cadres of our sister party, Zanu PF.
Temos a certeza de que deste Congresso sairão importantes decisões para a consolidação do papel de liderança da Zanu PF nos destinos da nação zimbabuiana.
We believe that from this Congress, important decision will come out for the consolidation of the role of Zanu PF leadership on the destiny of the Zimbabwean nation.
A Frelimo congratula a Zanu PF e o povo irmão do Zimbábue pela transição pacífica do poder que culminou com a tomada de posse do camarada presidente Emerson Mnangagwa e endereça calorosas felicitações e votos de sucessos no desempenho da nobre e desafiante missão de bem servir o povo.
We believe that from the Congress, the important decision will come out for the consolidation of the role of ZANU-PF leadership on the destiny of the Zimbabwean nation. The Frelimo party congratulates the ZANU-PF party, our brothers and the people of Zimbabwe, for the peaceful transition of power which brought about the leadership of Comrade President Emerson Mnangagwa, and we convey warm congratulations and wish all the success in the carrying out of the noble and challenging mission of serving well the people of Zimbabwe.
A ZANU-PF desempenhou papel histórico importantíssimo na união e na luta heroica pela conquista da independência nacional. O mundo, a África e a região reconhecem este papel inquestionável da ZANU-PF na libertação do Zimbábue.
ZANU-PF played an important historic role in uniting the nation and in the heroic fight for the conquest of national independence. The world, Africa, and the region recognize the unquestionable role ZANU-PF in liberating Zimbabwe.
Caros camaradas e irmãos, a Frelimo acompanha com particular interesse e atenção o desenvolvimento da situação política, econômica e social do Zimbábue e encoraja os esforços empreendidos pela libertação e liderança da ZANU-PF na busca de soluções para os desafios prevalecentes.
Dear comrades and brothers, Frelimo is following with particular interest and attention the development in the political, economic, and social situation of Zimbabwe. And we encouraged by the efforts being made by ZANU-PF leadership in finding solution for the prevailing challenges.
A terminar, reiteramos a nossa vontade de continuar a reforçar os nossos laços de amizade, solidariedade e cooperação entre os nossos partidos, povos e governos, desejando que as deliberações deste Congresso tragam frutuosos êxitos na vida política, econômica e social da ZANU-PF, dos militantes e do povo zimbabuiano.
Final, we reiterate our design to continue to strengthen our ties of friendship, our solidarity and cooperation between our parties, our people and our governments. We wish that the deliberation in this Congress will bring fruitful success in the political, economic and social life in Zimbabwe and in the militants and cadres and the people of Zimbabwe.
Pamberi na ZANU-PF, Frelimo, oye! A luta continua, Kadimambo.
Thank you.
Sua Excelência, Senhor Presidente Emerson Mnangagwa, nós trazemos do nosso país de Moçambique uma recordação para Vossa Excelência. Trazemos aqui uma estatueta que recorda a dinâmica da vida em Moçambique e a solidariedade internacional, em especial com o povo irmão de Zimbábue. E também trazemos a mensagem para si por ocasião da realização deste congresso.
Allow me, Your Excellency, from Mozambique, we bring a small gift, which is a sign of our solidarity with the people of Zimbabwe and the people of Mozambique.
proceed, we're left with a few comrades and solidarity messages. The next is the People's Party for Reconstruction and Democracy from the DRC. Honorable Kasende Celestine. Kasende Celestine, DRC. He will be followed by Swapo of Namibia, and then be followed by Patriotic Front of Zambia. Then, of course, the Polisario Front, and last but not least, MPLA, represented by the ambassador to the Republic of Zimbabwe. DRC, please, you are welcome. Honorable Kasende Celestine. Welcome, sir.
Zimbabwe viva! Excellency, Comrade President, ladies and gentlemen, first and foremost, allow me to extend warm greetings from the people of DRC and our leader, Comrade Joseph Kabila Kabange. For many years, the peoples of DRC and the PPRD has been invited to witness Zanu PF congresses. It has been an opportunity to learn and appreciate the road our brotherly party has traveled since independence. The people of DRC will never forget the fact that Zimbabwe was at the forefront for defense our country when we were attacked by negative forces in the sole purpose of balkanizing the DRC and destroy our social fabric. Together with Namibia and Angola, Zimbabwe sent troops to rescue the people of DRC from what was meant to lead to the balkanization and recolonization of DRC. Allow me to thank you, people of Zimbabwe. Thanks for your Pan-African convictions, which helped the progressive forces to defeat those negative forces. I would like to assure you that our party will always stand by your side in all circumstances. Excellency, Comrade President, ladies and gentlemen, a new leadership has taken over, led by Comrade Emerson Mnangagwa. We strongly believe that the new leadership will lead the country professionally to new horizons. PPRD and Zanu PF rediscover their confidence together. We have the opportunity and responsibility to renew our special relationship to take African countries. God bless Zimbabwe and Zanu PF. And PPFD, may God bless the Presidents Mnangagwa and Joseph Kabila. Zimbabwe viva! DRC viva! Thank you.
We thank you indeed, our comrade from the DRC, for such a lovely message. Next, SWAPO of Namibia, represented by Comrade Utoni Nyoma, who is a member of the Central Committee and also Minister of Lands. Minister of Lands. Comrade Utoni Nyoma, please.
Thank you very much, Program Director for the floor. Zanu PF First Secretary and President Comrade Emerson Mnangagwa, and the First Lady Mai Mnangagwa, members of the Central Committee and Politburo of Zanu PF, Congress delegates, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. SWAPO Party is honored to have been invited to this auspicious occasion of the Extraordinary Congress of Zanu PF. From the onset, I wish to extend a warm greetings and congratulations from the leadership of the SWAPO Party to the entire leadership of Zanu PF on the occasion of this Extraordinary Congress held under the theme Consolidating the Gains of Zim Asset through Unity, Peace, and Development. Zanu PF has played a vanguard role in awakening and uniting the people of Zimbabwe in the struggle of economic and emancipation and defending their dignity and rights against exploitations, thus drawing strong support from the progressive parties around the world. We take great pride in having forged close cooperative relations with the Zanu PF in our common struggle for freedom and independence in the interest of the people of Zimbabwe and the people of Namibia. We have shared trenches and have crossed rivers of blood in the struggle against imperialism and apartheid colonialism. SWAPO Party takes this opportunity to renew our brotherly relationship with Zanu PF and the great people of Zimbabwe. There is no doubt that Zanu PF will continue to lead this great nation and intensify the struggle for economic transformation and sustainable human development in order to ensure a just, modern, strong, and prosperous Zimbabwe. On behalf of His Excellency, Comrade Dr. Hage G. Geingob, President of the Republic of Namibia, and of the SWAPO Party, and the entire leadership of our party, we salute Zanu PF and the people of Zimbabwe. We wish you well and success during this extraordinary Congress and beyond. Viva Zanu PF, viva! Viva Zanu PF, viva! Viva Comrade Emerson Mnangagwa, President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, viva! Viva Comrade Emerson Mnangagwa, President of the Republic of Zimbabwe and First Secretary of the ZANU-PF Party. Viva! Aluta! A Victoria! Thank you very much.
We must thank the Honorable Utoni Nioma, member of the SWAPO Central Committee and Minister of Lands in Namibia. Our next speaker is the Patriotic Front of Zambia, represented by Comrade Frank Bwalia, member of the Central Committee of the ruling party.
Your Excellency, President E.D. Mnangagwa, the First Lady, all protocol observed. As we wrote our message, we started by praying that this extraordinary Congress would succeed. I want to say that we have since removed that from our speech because God has already answered that prayer. This Congress, Your Excellency, has been a success. So we are not going to pray that it succeeds. Instead, Your Excellency, we pray that this Congress is going to be a prominent feature in the transition to the new dispensation, the new order, and some are calling it the new day. It is our prayer that this Congress, Your Excellency, is going to fortify forgiveness, reconciliation, love, and of course peace. As you, Your Excellency, Comrade Mnangagwa, takes Zimbabwe on a new trajectory characterized by turning around the economy, continuing to improve the lives of the people, and of course, delivering the good things that Zimbabweans expect from your leadership. As you all know, Zambia and Zimbabwe bear a mark, a scar that will never go away because we have been described as Siamese twins. Therefore, our absence could have been something very unusual. In conclusion, Your Excellency, allow me therefore to say we bring special fraternal greetings from your comrade and brother, President Edgar Chagwalungu, the leader of our party in Zambia, the Patriotic Front, and of course, the Republican President. We are very happy to be here, and we pray that God will continue to allow His face to shine upon your leadership, to shine upon this country. God bless you. God bless Zimbabwe. God bless Africa. Tatenda. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much indeed, the representative of the Patriotic Front of Zambia, who has just given us a very illuminating message. Your Excellency, Comrade President, may I now have the pleasure to call upon the Polisario Front, that is the Arab Democratic Republic of Sahrawi, who is represented by Honorable Mohammed Yeslem Besisat. Honorable Mohammed Yeslem Besisat from the Polisario Front, Arab Democratic Republic of Sahrawi.
Bamberi ne Zanu-PF, Bamberi. Bamberi ne Zanu-PF, Bamberi. His Excellency, President Emerson Mnangagwa, the First Secretary of Zanu-PF and the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe. Members of the leadership of Zanu-PF, distinguished guests, comrades, it's my honor to represent Polisario Front in this extraordinary Congress. And I want to express our deep gratitude for the warm invitation that was forwarded to us and even the warmer reception we received since we arrived to this beautiful country, Zimbabwe. Also, I want to express congratulations to all of you and to express how proud we are of you, the manner, the methodology, the smartness, and the wisdom you conducted your latest dispensation have showed how mature you are, how united you are, how strong you are. We think that we, the rest of African peoples, have a lot to learn from you, from the people of Zimbabwe, and from the members of Zanu-PF. The colonial situation in Western Sahara remains of primary concern for the African Union and for the progressive forces in our continent and for international community, as it represents the incomplete decolonization of the African continent and blatant denial for the people of Western Sahara to exercise their inalienable rights of self-determination and independence. The conflict is going through a very important and decisive period as to its resolution. The diplomatic efforts ongoing in the United Nations have placed again the African Union and the leading African countries, among them Zimbabwe, in front of the new test of reaffirming the responsibility in the resolution of the conflict regime in the continent and destabilizing all the sub-region of North Africa. The Kingdom of Morocco has invaded and occupied Western Sahara in '75 to preempt the organization of free referendum and to prevent our people from the fulfillment of its dreams of independence and freedom. The OU and the United Nations took many decisions on the conflict, which was paralyzing their workers. Thanks to the high-level cooperation, they brought about in '91 a comprehensive settlement plan, bringing on the monitoring of ceasefire and the organization of a referendum for the people of Western Sahara. Morocco accepted the plan, but hampered its implementation. Nevertheless, UN peacekeeping forces and the African Union observers are still deployed in the territory. Despite the international community efforts, Morocco continues to be more defiant and has, one, refused to consider the conflict as an African and has expelled the African mission from the territory. Second, Morocco has refused to abide by the African Union Constitutive Act and rejected the decisions of Peace and Security Council of the African Union. Third, Morocco have refused to allow African Union and Pan-African Parliament mission for human rights and people's rights to investigate his violations of human rights in the occupied territory. Moreover, Morocco, since its return to the African Union, has become even more arrogant, working not only to heed the calls for negotiations, but to attack the status of the Sahrawi Republic in the organization. Despite all that, the fact that most African countries maintain this principled position, and in the forefront of them are your beloved country, Zimbabwe, and have recognized the Sahrawi Republic and have pledged for recognition of this ADR. Nevertheless, the illegal occupation of parts of its territory by the Kingdom of Morocco is continuing, despite the repeated appeals by the United Nations and the African Union. The decolonization of the Africa's last colony must remain a central part of our struggle, of our common struggle for the emancipation of the continent, and as Kwame Nkrumah predicted it, our independence is meaningless if not linked to the decolonization of the last African territory. The occupation of the north reach of Western Sahara has prolonged the suffering of the Sahrawi people, of whom thousands are forced to remain in exile or refugee in neighboring Algeria. The unnecessary prolonged suffering of the Sahrawi people, both living in the occupied territory and in the refugee camps, the lack of progress in finding durable solution as a solution to the struggle of the self-determination based on international legality calls on all of us to redouble our efforts in view to, first, generate more diplomatic pressure on the Kingdom of Morocco to abide by the Constitutive Act of the African Union and to show serious political will to put an end to the illegal occupation of the Sahrawi territory. Second, start an international campaign in order to begin economic, sport, and cultural sanctions against Morocco, to engage further SADC countries to organize the decided conference of solidarity with the Sahrawi Republic. Third, work on focus to the international community to speed the process of negotiations and the referendum. Fifth, and more important, a worldwide boycott on Moroccan products must be enacted as long as Morocco continues to violate the international legality in the occupied territories of the Western Sahara. Morocco must end its savage repression against the innocent activists and to release the political prisoners and to respect the human rights in Western Sahara. And last, I want to take this opportunity to renew our thanks and deep gratitude to the Republic of Zimbabwe and to the Zanu PF for their steadfast and strong solidarity they have always given to the Sahrawi Republic and to the people of Western Sahara. I thank you. Bamberi Zanu PF Bamberi. Bamberi President Mnangagwa Bamberi. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much indeed, comrade from Sahrawi Democratic Republic. Can I now, Your Excellency, be allowed to call the representative of the MPLA Angola, and the message will be read by Ambassador Pedro Hendrik Val Neto, who is the ambassador of Angola here in Zimbabwe. You are welcome, comrade.
Excellency, Comrade President Emerson Mnangagwa, and the First Lady, comrades, members of the Seto Committee and the Politburo of Zanu PF, comrades, militants, and friends of Zanu PF, comrades, delegates to this Congress. Allow me, Excellence, in the name of the President of the MPLA, President José Eduardo Santos, and his Vice President, the President of the Republic, João Lourenço, of Angola, to present to Zanu PF Extraordinary Congress our most revolutionary greetings and express to you, brothers and sisters, to you all, our most profound solidarity. The well-being of our peoples have always been, for both the MPLA and Zanu PF, our permanent concern. We have fought the same struggle for the liberation of our peoples and for their progress and development. And we will continue to do so together, not only for the good, but also for the good of our region and the whole African continent. Allow me again, Excellency President Emerson Mnangagwa, to congratulate you for the fact that history and God made you the leader of this great nation, Zimbabwe. We wish to all participants to this Congress and to all the Zimbabwean people good luck and a great success for the future. Zimbabwe, oye! Angola, oye! Zanu PF, oye! MPLA, oye! Viva Zanu PF! Viva MPLA! A vitória, a luta. Obrigado.
I want to thank Ambassador Hendrik Valneto for his message from the MPLA in Angola. Your Excellency, allow me now to call upon the representative of Cuba, who has come forward to present a message from the Communist Party of Cuba. He is Comrade Vladimir Guerra Diaz, who is a chargé d'affaires of the Cuban Embassy here in Zimbabwe.
Esteemed Dear delegates and guests, on behalf of the Central Committee of the Communist Party of Cuba, we would like to convey revolutionary greetings to the ZANU-PF Extraordinary Congress. At the same time, on behalf of the Cuban people, we want to express our gratitude for the expression of solidarity you have shown during our last standing relations of brotherhood and struggle against a common enemy, the Yankee imperialism. The international progressive movement is facing many challenges. Today, more than ever, and in the face of the imperialist offensive, we should close ranks and not to allow external force to undermine our people's independence and sovereignty with their subversive actions. Cuba is facing big challenge. Our party held its Congress on April last year, and the agreements adopted set the guidelines to consolidate the progress toward a sovereign, independent, socialist, democratic, and prosperous nation. Cuba is grateful to the Zimbabwean people, and especially to the ZANU-PF, for their unconditional support to our struggle to put an end to the blockade. We reaffirm the interest of the Communist Party of Cuba to further strengthen the historical relation between CPC and the ZANU-PF. We wish you succeed at your Congress. Long live the friendship between Cuba and Zimbabwe. Long live ZANU-PF. Hasta la victoria siempre. Thank you.
Your Excellency, may I now have the pleasure to call upon the representative of the Palestinian Liberation Organization, who is running
of ZANU-PF, distinguished invited guests and dignitaries, respected members and delegates of Congress, dear comrades, ladies and gentlemen. I'm honored to represent my country and the leadership of the Palestine Liberation Organization to deliver their message of solidarity to your exalted Congress. The Palestine Liberation Organization, PLO, congratulates the ZANU-PF on the holding of its extraordinary Congress and wishes to convey a message of support and solidarity with the brother party which led the struggle for the independence of Zimbabwe. Palestine and Zimbabwe enjoy historic and strong relations of friendship, solidarity and cooperation that go back to the liberation movement era. We are confident that these relations will continue to thrive to reach new heights in the future. For decades, PLO and ZANU-PF shared the principles and objectives of freedom and fought for justice and equality. The independence of Zimbabwe was a crucial message of hope to the Palestinian people and to all those who are and were living, facing injustice and apartheid. Dear comrades, while you are meeting to deliberate different issues of concern to the party and the entire nation of Zimbabwe, we want to convey our deep appreciation to your party's solidarity and support to the just struggle of the Palestinian people to gain their freedom from the Israeli occupation and establish their independent sovereign state with East Jerusalem as its capital, as per the international legitimacy. In this occasion, we reiterate our commitment to the development of the friendly relations between our respective parties for the best interest of our two nations and countries. We know that Zimbabwe is facing big challenges on the economic front, but we are sure that your party will tackle these challenges with diligence and professionalism in the spirit of consolidating the gains of Zim asset through unity, peace, and development. We wish your Congress successful deliberations and fruitful results to reach your goals, and to the Republic of Zimbabwe and its brotherly people continued peace, progress, and prosperity. God bless Zimbabwe, and peace be upon you. Tatenda.
Your Excellency, Comrade President, that brings us to the end of solidarity messages from our friends. But let me hasten, Your Excellency, to say ZANU-PF has received some solidarity messages from our friends who are not able to participate at this extraordinary Congress. May I therefore request Dr. Mpofu, who is the Acting Secretary for Administration, to acknowledge the messages which have been sent.
Pambele ZANU-PF, Pambele ZANU-PF, na President wedu Comrade Idi Mnangagwa, na Comrade Idi Mnangagwa, Chancellor wazondayo. Your Excellency, distinguished delegates, we have received solidarity messages from the following sister organizations and countries, that is Chama Pinduzi, United Republic of Tanzania, United Russia, a National Liberation Front of Algeria. They would have loved to be here, but I think they've been held up due to some perhaps travel arrangements. To conclude our solidarity messages, Your Excellency, we will request solidarity messages from local guests. That is, the traditional leaders will ask their leader, who is the president of the Chiefs Council, to read the message. Secondly, we'll receive a message from war veterans who will be speaking for Zilwako, Zipedra, and the war victims. That is from the chairman, national chairman, Comrade Mtswangwa. And finally, the students representing all youths and students. We have been allowed to give the comrades 5 minutes at the most. If it can be done less than 5 minutes, that would be most appreciated. Your Excellency, thank you very much indeed. Thank you. Pambele ZANU-PF, Chancellor wazondayo.
Your Excellency, there are now only 3 local representatives of their organizations to convey their solidarity messages. May I appeal to them that time is not on our side, and you are really requested sincerely to be as brief as you can and not go beyond, if possible, 5 minutes. May I start with the representative of the traditional leaders. That is the President of the Chiefs Council, Honorable Chief Charumbira.
Tatenda pamberi nomusangano unogona kutonga nyika ino yeZimbabwe weZANU-PF, pamberi nokugona kweZANU-PF, pamberi naPresident vedu veRepublic of Zimbabwe vaED Mnangagwa, pamberi namadzimambo ko vasingatsigiri mabasa akanaka todi. Pamsoroi, Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, Comrade Emerson Damzo Mnangagwa, Pamsoroi, Speaker of the National Assembly, Ram Denda, President of the Senate, Maima Dzongwe, Novandati Protocol, Yose, Mese, Ndakukudzai, ndauya ndakamirira traditional leaders munyika muno, madzimambo, madzishe namasabhuku nemivo. Ndakakumirirai. Shoko randauya naro guru ndorokuti tiri kuti makorokoto makagona, ZANU-PF makagona nokuti nesu madzimambo taishungurudzika kuti amuzvioniwo here musangano wedu kuti pari kuda kuti mugogadzirisa zvinhu mumusangano. Taishayiwa kuti muchaita rini asi makazogona, ende makaita nomutovo wandingati vavengi vasara vasina chokutaura. Mawita murunyararo nenjere isati dzamboonekwa pasi rose. Totenda vakaenda mberi kwebasa iri. Mavuto edu toda kumatenda zvikuru vakatungamirirwa naGeneral Chiwenga. Vachiwenga madzimambo ari kutendai chaizvo. Madzimambo akatoronga kuti vachawana mukana wakanaka wokuzokutendai zvakanaka nebasa ramakaita mavuto enyika inei. Netimu yenyu yose tiri kuuya, tauya zvekuzotsigira kuti rwendo rwakafamba madzimambo taiva nemi tatakabatana. Masoja achipinda munyaya idzi takati hauoni hameni vagona. Tikafamba tikaita demonstration, madzimambo akauya akazara mutaundi munomu. Tikaenda kuparliament taiva tese, saka tiri tese tichiinda mberi kubva patiri eko zvino. Ndoda kuvimbisai kuti tichava tese tichivaka nyika ino zvakanaka tichiinda mberi. Magadzirisa vanhu veZANU-PF sangano wedu. Nyika kwayanga yavari kwataurwa zvakanaka pano navampofu nesu madzimambo. Wauchiti ukamira nomunhu wonzi makamira naningisei. Kana kuti vanhu vataure vaitofunga kuti vari kutepewa, haingaiti nyika iyoyo yakadaro. Vanhu mamusina kusununguka kana kumorosa vamwe vanhu. Makagona mazvigadzirisa eko zvino kwane freedom
chero kamira naningi panapa hakuna uchavhunza kuti sei wanga uchitaura naningi. Ndo unozi musangano yoyo. Tichibva munyaya tichinda mberi, musangano usakangamwa makadzidza zvinhu zvakawanda. Makazviona madzidza tadzidza tisadzokorora kukoniwa kwakadero. Musangano ngawane nguva yokuita toti introspection, nguva nenguva muita nachokwadi, kwete nhema dzataingovudziwa kusuro vanhu vachingotedzera nhema, zvinhu zvamusingatendi zvamusingatsigiri muchingoti tozvitsigira. Misangano vanhu vachizara asi vachiziva kuti zotaurwa hachizvidi. Ngatiwane nguva yekugadza musangano wedu. Asi musangano makazodzidza kuti haungavipo pasina mawo veterans. Makadzidza ndofunga madzidza kokupedzisira. Musangano haungavipo pasina mawo veterans, nokuti ndivo voga vaipenga vachitaura kuti matongero awa akashata. Vazhinji vemusangano vaitsigira kwa very right. Mawo veterans achiti hazvisizvi. Kusvika Mavuto vaya vanotaura muromo wokuti Mavuto vanopindirei musangano, ndofunga madzidza kuti hapana musangano weZANU-PF usina mawo veterans, usina Mavuto kana security, usina madzimambo, hapana musangano weZANU-PF. Vanoremerwa naizvozvo havasiye musangano weZANU-PF, nokuti musangano weZANU-PF mongo wayo iliberation struggle. Saka hamungarasi vanhu vakarwa hondo vacho. Imi moda zvigaro morasa. Chimwe chikoro chikuru chatakadzidza, ndiri pa 5 minutes dzandapuwa, takadzidza kuti mambo vacharumbira vakumire pano, vasati moenda kudare rangu monowana maicharumbira vakagara padare vari kutonga mhosva. That is very wrong. Ana mai muzive penyu nepo murume kana apuwa chigaro chimwe chehurumende. Ndo zvakanyanya kutsamwisa vanhu izvozvo. Ati pagadzirise ipapo, magadzirise ipapo. Ndoda kukuti tamira pano musakangamwa pakati penyu. Kune vanopota vachiti mawo vet, masoja, madzimambo mumusangano. Vanhu vanotaura vachidero havasi veZANU-PF chaivo chaivo, nokuti ZANU-PF ichitanga yakatanga first chimurenga namadzimambo pachavo. Ndovakatanga struggle mazoita zvana ANC, NDP, ZAPU, ZANU-PF. Kwaingova kuchinja mavhiri emota yagara ichifamba. Kana machinja mavhiri kana kuisa service mota, hazvirevi kuti unochinja registration book. Registration book inongova namadzishe vakatanga nehondo yavo. Imi vemusangano, don't be confused. Makuda kurasa mawo veterans nemadzimambo ndo vane registration book yeZANU-PF. Saka musarasika ipapo. Kokupedzisira tauya kuzoti isu madzimambo takapinda munew era yatavari. New era tinemi, ati tinotukwa, munopinda mupolitics munodi. Hatingaregi kana vamwe vana vanopinda mupolitics dzokura yaZimbabwe zvemasanctions nei, togara kumba vanhu vachiuraya nyika neopposition hazvigoni. Tichamira nemi nondimi pati yenyu imimi yakabva mumba medu. Saka hatikakurasi. Asi tichinda mberi totaura kuti 2018 President Your Excellency vaMnangagwa neleadership yemusangano, isu nemawo veterans takabatana panyaya yokuti muchiwina chaizvo. Takabatana nemi tokuvimbisai, you have the full support. Ende mukangoona mati Mavuto, madzimambo nemawo veti zvapera, ndo zvisina vamwe izvozvo. Zvema-t-shirt vanawovo, makadhi vanawo, asi chavasina havana madzimambo, havana mawo veti chaiwo chaiwo, havana izvozvo. Ndo saka muchihwina. is action oriented, munhu unoperforma zvinhu zvichashanduka. Ndotaura ndichikuimbisai kuti aiwa iye hagoni kuti chakati asi munhu unorarama nefaction is strong in his own right. Makuwa kuna vamunangagwa, you are wasting your time. Munhu wakazvikwanira ivo vataura zvomutupo kuti ndiyo irashumba, havazoshandi nezvemitupo ava. Munhu wakakwana haashandi nezvemitupo, unoshanda navanhu vose. Wondokuti winiwei tatina na Chiwenga, vana Mukanya, vana Vasosve, ivo ndishumba. Mumakenero majenero muya mitupo yose izere, saka haina kungowiniwa nomutupo 1 kubva kuchimurenga chose kusvika nhasi. Saka hatidi kushanda nezvokuti isu vairashumba tichitadi aiwa taifana kufanana, anogona kana usingagoni haupiwi chigaro chero uchira mutupo upi. Hatidi kungokwirira nemitupo, hazvina kunaka. Ndopedza ndichiti pavachagonera vamunangagwa pamwe matongero avo kwaina japresa zvavanoita kwai kutonga kwaro gamba rinotanga rati pamusoro imambo. Kutonga kwavo vamunangagwa vanogona pamusoro imambo, iko kungodero watowina, kungodero watowina. Vakataura bikita kumusangano kwai nyika ina vene, vagere pano nyika ina vene. Saka vachiti pamusoro imambo ndisati ndatonga. Ene nokuda kwaizvozvo madzimambo nevari pasi vakavatsigira zvokuti hamungavagoni kuvabvisa. Tatanga musangano nemunamato, handitika nhasi nokuvimba kuti zvava kufamba. Handisiverengi bhaibheri nhasi, ndombokotawo vhesi romubhaibherivo kuti muone kuti haasirious. Taamunew era. Moverenga Proverbs 23 verse 17. Proverbs 23 verse 17. President Inod, don't envy evil men, but continue to reverence the Lord and all the time. For sure, you have a wonderful future ahead of you. There is hope for you and for Zimbabwe. Thank you very much.
And the war victims. This is Comrade Chris Mutswangwa.
Good afternoon, everybody. Pamberi Zanu PF, pamberi President ED Mnangagwa, pamberi nemhomo yese yeZimbabwe, pasi nevadzvinyiriri. I want to start by saluting you, Comrade President, and this Congress for the elevation it is giving you to become the new leader of Zimbabwe. There is a new hope for Zimbabwe, different hope after 37 years. We are delighted by that development. I want to say we have traveled a long way in dealing with the G40, and along the process there were